You're watching Access, which not only means your eyeballs are very pleased with you indeed, but that you're about to get a face full of us doing this. Rubbing wands with famous wizards at the Making of Harry Potter tour at Leavesden Studios. Testing Gearbox Software's knowledge of alien lore as we visit the studio in Dallas. And rounding up the hottest news in our PlayStation briefing. First though, it's rolling hills and rolling heads in our role-playing game of the week, Dragon's Dogma. No, don't run. We know the title Dragon's Dogma sounds about as exciting as filling in a tax return, but Capcom's open world hackfest is a big surprise, not least because it initially appears to be some sort of Japanese Skyrim, what with the massive dragons, endless customisation options and epic beards. Dig deeper though and you'll discover that it's a different beast altogether, and what really sets it apart is all the endless porn. Don't get too excited, we're talking about these pawns. Wandering fighty types you can be recruited to form a gang of up to 4 adventurers. In addition to pawns picked up in towns or on wolf-skewering twilight strolls, you can also make your own, fiddling with hair, gender, nostril depth, sexy scars and other important things. Here's our busty beauty. She's called Accessina.
Now, Arisen, end it!
Oh, that's our girl. As the almighty Arisen, a name that probably has something to do with the fact a dragon the size of an aircraft carrier has poked your heart out, you can even summon the spirits of other people's pawns via the magic of the internet. The best bit? They'll shout out tactical advice if they've come across certain enemies in their past adventures, in which case it's only polite you send them back with a little gift. Cheers for helping me decapitate that chimera. Have a plant. The bosses are the highlight though, requiring acute teamwork, lots of shouting and Shadow of the Colossus style scrambling up backs. It all equates to a sprawling action RPG that is both huge and stuffed with side quests, while at the same time immediate and action-packed. It's not out until May the 25th, but is looking pretty essential for anyone who's sucked Skyrim dry or just wants to strut down a dirt track like they're the Reservoir Mages. Yeah, we just killed a Hydra. Pay attention viewers, it's time for a quick burst of news in our PlayStation briefing. EA Sports has confirmed that PS3 gamers shall go to the ball this summer, the ball in question being a football as kicked into goals by the stars of Euro 2012. For the first time ever, the publisher's tournament tie-in will be a downloadable add-on to the excellent FIFA 12 and will be available to buy from April the 24th. Bagsy being not England. Disney has confirmed that adventure sequel Epic Mickey 2 will be coming to PS3 later this year. The game takes place in the Wasteland, a home for forgotten Disney characters, and we asked its creator and all-round mastermind Warren Spector if the animation giant placed any restrictions on what he could and couldn't use.
Honestly, they've only said no to me once. And it's about the silliest thing. I have no idea why this is. I can't show Mickey's teeth.
Sad news for anyone holding out for Epic Mickey 3 Mickey's Teeth. Although on the other hand, those people are crazy, so they might not notice. And the news just keeps getting sexier, with confirmation that well-rounded sucker of lollipops Bayonetta will be a playable character in upcoming online brawler Anarchy Reigns. The game looks as outrageous as everything else that's come out of Platinum Games, and the sultry Umbra Witch seems right at home, walloping enemies with her fancy barnet. That was your PlayStation briefing. We'll be back with more next week. Time for your weekly dose of Digi-Brilliance. It's our roundup of what's hot on the store. Snow, gadgets, terrible Russian accents.
Hand it over. If you insist.
Yes, Bond is back and strutting onto PSN in GoldenEye 007 Reloaded, which, if you're finding it difficult to keep up, is a digital re-release of a remake of a remake. Got that 007? Good. There's plenty of stealthing and shooting to enjoy, but the best bit is making up your very own Jimmy B one-liners as you silence faceless henchmen. I always thought you were a tad headstrong. Also forcing its way onto PSN, pay rise please, is Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, which ignores the fact Starkiller died in the previous game and throws a load of what-ifs in your face. What if he wasn't dead at all? What if he returned to the dark side? What if you could murder innocent Ewoks? What if Star Wars games weren't rubbish? Then you'd get something like this. For those of you who prefer fighting while hiding miles away from the action, pansies, you might fancy a crack at the playable demo for Sniper Elite 2, available on the store right now. If nothing else, the game provides an excellent lesson in anatomy, specifically the anatomy of someone whose insides have been splintered by a high-velocity sniper round. Lovely. Don't worry, PlayStation Vita owners, we haven't forgotten you. Ready for download today is StarDrone Extreme, a game where you control this star drone as it drones extremely around what looks like the inside of a kaleidoscope. Pretty, puzzly, and plenty of fun. That's all from the store for now. We'll be back with more downloadables next week. We recently visited Gearbox Software in Dallas to catch up with the team behind Aliens Colonial Marines. The full feature is coming next week, but in the meantime, see how they did as we put them to the ultimate Aliens movie quote test. So team, finish these famous lines from James Cameron's awesome movie.
Hey Vasquez, have you ever been mistaken for a man?
No, have you?
No, have you?
I'd like to keep this handy.
For Close Encounters.
Close Encounters.
For Close Encounters, there you go.
What can you name the character?
Oi, this is my quiz.
Another glorious day in the Corps. Day in the Marine Corps is like a day on the farm.
I don't know what he says next. Isn't that the whole thing?
Oh, what does he say after that?
That's an April quote.
Every meal a banquet, every paycheck a fortune.
I hate April.
Every meal's a banquet, every
formation a parade. I love the Corps.
All right, sweethearts, you heard the man and you know the drill.
That's a good one.
asses and elbows?
Asses to elbow macaroni.
Assholes and elbows.
Not bad.
Not bad for a human, yeah.
No, I just mean not bad. And stay frosty until next week when we'll be back with a full behind-the-scenes look at the game.
He just too bad.
There's magic in the air for Access All Areas this week as we visit the recently opened Making of Harry Potter tour at Warner Brothers Leavesden Studios. Frankly, this place couldn't be more amazing if the whole thing was made of chocolate, with a stunning arrangement of sets, props and costumes guaranteed to fill that barren place you used to keep all those childhood dreams. Look, there's the potions classroom and the Great Hall, and better yet, the stars themselves, who we're about to talk to.
Rupert, thanks for talking to us. You must have spent so much time in these sets, and now it's all on display to the public. I guess that must feel quite odd, like someone's put your house up for a tour.
Yeah, I mean, it is very strange because this place is like a home to us. I mean, we've spent 10 years here. I pretty much grew up here, and it's very weird to see it in this kind of perspective where kind of people are walking around.
And it's great that like all the unsung heroes are finally going to get a real, you know, hurrah and a cheer, because you know the actors are kind of at the forefront of the glory, and we really steal the praise without deserving it in the slightest, I think.
I'm happy that it's become a studio tour so that it's always going to be there. It's not like packed in boxes, and it's not like it never existed. Leavesden is now the home of Harry Potter, which is such a nice thing.
All the creatures, like with the buckbeak, I've seen a few people actually bowing to the buckbeak. So yeah, it's great that we can share this with everyone.
And I hear that you are into your games. Is this true?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
What kind of games do you like playing?
At the moment, it's kind of mainly Rock Band, actually.
My favourites, I love the Prince of Persia games, and play The Sims a lot. I like some race car games. Yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd.
So Tom, all the interviews I've seen you in, everyone's always commented on what a lovely, charming man you are and how you're not at all like Draco Malfoy. But I was just wondering, what is the most Malfoy-like thing you've done in real life? You must have done something, no way.
I didn't let someone out when they were trying to get out in their car, that kind of thing. That's about as ungentlemanly as I get.
So you never used the Malfoy stare on anyone?
No.
Would you be able to use the Malfoy stare on me right now?
Not out of costume. I mean, the whole thing is just gonna break, you know. No, I can't. It breaks into a laugh way too easy.
Thanks to Rupert, Tom and Ivana, all of whom are now our BFFs. To experience the magic for yourselves, head to wbstudiotour.co.uk to book your tickets. So what did you get up to over Easter? Go to church? Scoff loads of chocolate? Bet you didn't make Easter bunny jam, did you? It's our special recipe, and because we're super nice, we're going to share it with you. You will need a copy of Dragon's Dogma on PS3, tricky seeing as it's not out until May, some sticky tape, and a total desensitivity to furry bunny violence. So you simply walk up to your rabbit, press R2 to lift him up, make sure he's nice and squirmy, that's it, and press triangle to lob him off a cliff. And there you have it, Easter Bunny Jam. The sticky tape is to gag anyone who witnessed you doing it. Happy jamming.
Take care you aren't soaked in water.